Okay, class, spell Wednesday. I don't know how to spell Wednesday. Well, James just sound it out. Oh, okay. So, like this? No, James, it's Wednesday. You said sound it out, and that's how you sound it out. Ho ho ho! You think you'll have it bad? Do is spelled with an X. I think it comes to no surprise that I'm terrible at spelling. I feel like everybody in life falls in two categories. Either you're good at math and bad at reading, or you're weird. And if you've seen my other videos, you know I'm a math boy. My mom told me that I have dyslexia because she has dyslexia and I have all the symptoms, but we never got that diagnosed by a doctor, so you can't make me take my meds, Mom. A lot of times what I do to cover up the fact that I spell lower than a first grade level is that I will purposely misspell a word to the point where it's obviously a joke. You thought I was doing that to be funny, but I actually have zero self-confidence in my spelling, and I don't want anyone pointing out my mistakes. I mentioned this in a different video, but in elementary school I was put into an honors program, and everyone had to take spelling tests a grade ahead of their level. And by everyone, I mean everyone except me, because I failed every single spelling test. So I had to take spelling tests that were on level. Ew. Every week we took a spelling test and I would have to move to the back of the class and the teacher would stand right next to me. She'd call out everybody else's word that had like 8 syllables like anti-establishmentarianism. Then she would turn to me and give me my on-level word. James, your word is cat. Also, our class did a spelling bee one year where everybody had to participate and I didn't even care, I was the first one out. Hey, that's almost my name. Another thing I mentioned in a pretty old video is that when I was little, I used to have a speech impediment. I couldn't pronounce my R's, then I talk like this. I'm good now. Psh, obviously. So every other day during school, I had to go to a speech therapy class. And one day, the teacher who taught me to pronounce my R's, I'll call her Mrs. Kool-Aid, gave me this sheet of paper with a bunch of raindrops on it, and she said, for every raindrop on this page, say the word raindrop. But then she just left the room and I said, well, I'm not gonna do this. I didn't say raindrop a single time. Cause no one was even there. Nobody would have seen me not saying raindrop. So why would I do something I didn't want to do? But then the funny part is when she came back, she asked, are you finished saying your raindrops? No. Well, how many did you say? I didn't say any. You stupid child. I told her the truth for some reason. I don't know why, it was like the easiest lie in my life to get away with. But that's why I remember this story. I'm still mad at myself for telling the truth. And I had to say raindrop a bunch of times in front of her, and she would only go to the next raindrop until I said it right, and it was terrible. Really hurt my feelings. Since I was struggling with reading and spelling, I had to get an IEP, an incredible, excellent personality, which meant I had to go to a special class for a little bit during school. And the teacher who taught this class was none other than Mrs. Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't remember anybody ever telling me that I was put into a special needs class. I just remember going to speech therapy every other day, and then those classes slowly morphed into teaching me how to read and spell. I don't know, I thought this book would have helped me talk better. 2 other kids were in the reading class with me, and I remember the day when reading for me just clicked. Us 3 were given a simple sentence to read. It was about bees. It was so simple, it was literally just, to defend their hives from wasps. Bees don't sting the wasp. Instead, they'll crowd around the wasp and flap their wings to raise their body temperature, heating up the wasp until it dies. Then Mrs. Kool-Aid asked us, okay, how do bees defend against wasps? And the other 2 kids said, they sting them. And I said, what? No, you morons. Didn't you read this? The words on this paper have meaning when placed in a certain order to convey information. Also, I never want to get up by a bee. So I was in these classes all the way until the 6th grade. I was getting better at reading. I still wasn't great, but I was getting better. And one day Mrs. Kool-Aid said, you know, James, you should compete in the Battle of the Books. Battle of the Books? Battle of the Books? Battle of the Books! Finally, reading sounds fun.